is going to be a small little tape to show you what it takes to get this picture hanging on the wall. It starts out with a piece of blank paper, and then we have to create that image. And I hope this little film will give you an idea of how that happens.
Okay.
One of the darkroom is kind of a magic place, and what I do is kind of different than what most people do. I create large images so you get a feeling of the space, so it takes a lot of interesting equipment. To give you an idea, this is the size of a negative, and we have to put it in here, and then we have to usually you have to use a ladder to climb up and put it in the larger, and a lot of large things I do, so it takes a lot of interesting equipment. So first thing we'll do is we'll put the negative in the film holder. Then I will climb up the ladder and put it in the larger. Then after I do that, I turn the lights off, focus it, get it cropped. Before I focus it, I crop it the way I want. And then after I do that, then I will close the lens down and start doing my testing. Now, sometimes it takes a day or two to get a negative tested just the way I want it. But after I get it pretty much down, every picture comes out pretty close. Now, as you can see, well, I have to do a lot of burning and dodging when I do my prints. So, you know, when we dodge, we're actually keeping light from hitting the picture. And when we're burning, we're putting light into the picture. So all this has to be done in semi-darkness with a safe light. And then after that, we take it into the trays and process it. These processes of the darkroom, you have to be very careful when you unroll this paper. Any kind of mismanagement, I get a ding in there, and all this work, and I have to, after it's dry, I look at it and say, oh, there's a ding, kind of throw the picture away. So all these little steps require a lot of care and of handling with kid gloves, even though they're big pictures. So let's go into after we got this exposed now, let's go into the trays and process the picture. This is what I call the magic room. When I bring this print in and put it in the developer, it's a piece of white paper, and all of a sudden this image just appears. Every time I do it, you know, I've been doing it for 40 years now. It's amazing. Every time I see this image come up in the tray. Now, after it's processed and after the image is up, we have to make sure it fixes itself so it doesn't get black when you turn the lights on. So you have to go through these other trays. This is what's called a stop, which is an acid which neutralizes the developer. Then after we neutralize it, we go into the fix, and that locks the silver out. It gets rid of this excess silver. We use two fixes, so we make sure it's done properly. And then we go through, it's called selenium toning. Selenium toning actually replaces the silver with selenium, which makes it permanent for archivability, and also makes the blacks blacker and gives a richness to the print. Then after the selenium, it goes into the wash water, and it is in there for a little while, horizontal, and then we take it to the very back and put it into the vertical washer. Then it washes in there for an hour. From there, then we take it out into the other room and hang it and let it dry on our very fancy clothesline. And that's basically all there is to the darkroom. You know, all it just takes is 40 years experience to figure out how to do it right. This little film shows you how I get this print up on the hanging rack to dry. But from that point to get to this picture hanging on the wall, we can still make very many mistakes. And the likelihood of this picture getting to the wall is probably 50%. So it's really a very hand-oriented art, and many things can happen during these procedures.